Film festivals. What's the deal, am I right? I'm assuming that's what brought you here. You've created a film, whether it's a short or a feature or some epic form of experimental, because nobody puts baby into a box, and you want to know if film festivals are still relevant. Well, that's what I'm here to tell you, and the answer is, it depends. Okay, I'm kidding, that was a total cop-out. The odds are super high that film festivals are still relevant to you. That's just a fact. Even in an age of YouTube, even in an age of Instagram and TikTok and flip-flop and floop-floop, somehow applying, schmoozing until you're accepted, flying out there, renting a car, shaking hands, making loving eyes at the audience. It's all still helpful and worth it. Why? How? Let's dig into it. And why pushing your project in person is probably proper. People, networking. You will never have a better networking opportunity as a filmmaker than attending a film festival in person. Hands down. There's no other place on earth where you can rub shoulders with other filmmakers, many bigger and more famous and well-connected than you. At least, I think so, because you're probably not Kevin Smith watching this. Maybe you've made your first solo project and your next one is gonna need a sound person. Where do you find them? Or maybe you're an artist and you need a producer who can handle the business end. Where do you find them? This is where you do that. It's networking. Number 5 is financing. You're also super unlikely to ever be closer to potential financiers than you are at a film festival. Even small regional film festivals are often attended by cats with money. And I don't know why I said that. I just mean people with money, movie lovers with money, who want to get involved in projects and are just testing the waters for the first time, or are pro investors looking for the next Kevin Smith, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon combo, or Quentin Tarantino, that guy. Having the bill paid for your next project would probably be pretty convenient to you, right? Number 4 is distribution. It's the holy grail of all this, right? You want to get your film onto Disney+, Netflix, Hulu, and then into theaters around the world. We all do. Well, attending a film festival doesn't necessarily guarantee that, but not attending a film festival effectively guarantees that you'll never be picked up by any of the bigger platforms. Modern aggregators like FilmHub and Indie Rights can sometimes get you into some of those platforms, but as access increases, so does competition, and at some point, you hit saturation in the market, like what's happening right now on Amazon Prime, where they're purging out less popular projects and shutting down their high acceptance rates and becoming many factors more selective each year that passes. Let's talk about press and PR, number 3. The correct number 3. Not only are film festivals typically well connected to the media within their respective cities, but many garner some level of national and international intrigue and reach people who contribute to trade publications and press networks, where you run the delightful risk of getting mentioned to hundreds of thousands of people around the world who are interested in your project. You gotta love the press, and they're there. There's a there. Now there's one thing that I want to talk about, and that's number 2 on here, and that there are perils to virtual film festivals. So let's talk about that really quickly. Yeah, okay, I kind of cheated because number 2 is a warning and not necessarily a reason you would go to a film festival, but hear me out. As you do your research, you'll find that there are a ton of festivals out there who've gone fully virtual. That's like a film festival where you can watch the film, but you can't really get any of the benefits of the networking. You're infinitely less likely to have financiers attend and or watch your film. Distributors avoid them like the plague, and you're limited to the size of the virtual festival's online audience. We'll just say like the size of their Instagram followers. Even in the case of the absolute best virtual film festivals, you just don't have the same staying power with audiences. Let's say your film is like a slow burn. By going virtual, you basically have 60 seconds for the viewer to get sucked into your film before they move on literally to anything else on the internet. And that's a hard thing to compete with, even for the best films out there. So just be mindful of the perils of virtual. And then number 1, this is my biggie. There's no other way to really do this as an independent filmmaker except through film festivals. It is cost effective, right? Yeah. Cost effective. What is the most cost effective thing about film festivals? They're the most cost effective way to get your film into a movie theater and in front of an audience. There's seriously no better possible reward for you as a filmmaker than being able to watch your film in a theater for the first time. Yeah, you can rent a small theater and pay to have your project screened, which is pretty expensive. But for a small price of the festival submission fee, you could effectively get a whole theater, plus that festival's promotion, plus that festival's audience for your film. I'm telling you, there's really nothing like it on earth. In the biz, we call theater experiences four-walling, and festivals help you do that for like 20 or 80 bucks, whatever the festival fee is for submission. Theaters, love them. So there's my 6. 5.5. 5.5. 5.5. I'm curious, has this video made you more or less interested in the film festivals? Let me know in the comments below how I've made you feel. Scared, excited, happy, sad? All of the emotions? Stop being dramatic. That answers if film festivals are still relevant, but what about whether or not it makes more sense to go directly to YouTube and start building a following there? Watch that video for information on that. The biggest reason why you should pick film festivals may just surprise you.